Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Well, have you come to the right place? Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step on the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune into the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. All right, well, welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast. Today is Monday, February 12, 2024. And I welcome you, my beautiful people. It has been a long week. Super Bowl was just yesterday. Amazing show. But what I want to discuss is about today's topic. And today's episode is going to be a heartfelt explanation into our nurturing our own self-compassion, which is the cornerstone of our personal growth and emotional well-being. So before we get into the topic and before I take a break, this weekend, I don't know what it was. Friday, I came in to record our morning show. And if you notice, it was a little behind schedule. It wasn't, as early in the morning because I had a plan on what I was going to do. All right. So fast forward to Saturday. Literally when I could not get out of the bed. Literally, I could not get out of the bed. I don't know what it was. I don't know. I even went in, listen to this. I even went into my prayer and meditation room. And I thought that I was going to be able to gather myself to figure out what this was that was happening and going on. And I couldn't even get to the room. So me talking about I couldn't even get out of the bed to crawl to the room at all. And I don't know, I don't know if my body was just telling me it's time to shut down and rest or what it was. But in my mind, I kept wanting to go. I kept wanting to go. And that's why it's so fitting that we're talking about this topic today, about having self-compassion for ourselves. So it's self-compassion. The topic is nurturing self-compassion and growing stronger through your self-love. What I found myself is, again, working myself to death. And I don't want to, and death is such a strong word, but I was working myself to where I didn't need to do so much. You understand? And it's like you're doing enough. And my body had to tell me that this weekend. So it literally shut me down on Saturday, and the crazy thing is that I was still trying to get up and do things because I was supposed to do a recording on Friday night and end up not doing it because, listen to this, my internet shut down. My internet kept shutting down actually in the morning while I was trying to record and film for this podcast for Friday's show, right? And that should have gave me a sign then, right? So after that, so I'm giving you guys a rundown on what happened, what transpired, so where I'm at today. All right. So then as things were happening, I had to I text a friend of mine. I said, we're gonna have to reschedule. We'll have to reschedule our shoot for Friday. I said, because my internet is going down. Actually, it's been going in and out for the past few days, and I don't know exactly what it is. I said, but today is just not letting me be great at all. So I was like, okay, I can come back the next few days. I can be able to get this recorded. Everything is set. I can, get my scheduling together. This is how bad I am. I'm already getting my schedule together for March, for next month, and everything across the board. So it's like, okay, you're doing too much right now. Let's take time. So remember Remember when you told everybody about taking your steps, about living in a moment? My body had to check myself and say, wait, you're going ahead of yourself again. You're moving too fast again. So since you don't understand that you are going a little bit too fast, we're going to slow you down. Not only did it slow me down, it shut me completely down on Saturday. Well, I couldn't do anything. I just laid there and watched TV. And what I mean, it felt like my legs felt like logs, like heavy logs. Like I felt very, very heavy, very, very heavy. And it was like, just relax, just watch your TV, just relax. But my mind just kept going. It just kept going. So I'm so glad that we are actually having this show today about nurturing our self-compassion and understanding what self-love is, and how we can grow stronger in our self-love, because it's all about having that care for yourself and understanding that we don't have to do so much. We don't have to do so much. And I'm still growing. I'm still learning. I'm a work in progress as always. But what I do love about myself is that I will make myself accountable. And not only that, but I am willing to share what I am going through in the real time. So even though I was good for 3 or 4 days last week, I had a day that it just wasn't like that. And we all going to have those days, but at least we understand and it can acknowledge that sometimes those days happen like that. So yes, my body had to shut down. It had to shut down. All right. So again, today we're going to be talking about nurturing self-compassion and growing stronger through self-love. So let's do this. Let's take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about understanding what self-compassion is. All right. All right, it's your girl, Goddess NmW&x here on this season of Self-Love Podcast, and we'll be right back. All right, my sexy people, are you ready to be inspired and motivated to create the life of your dreams? Then mark your calendars for February 15th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap, we are back live and with an incredible guest. So get ready to meet Mo, the Goddess, a lifestyle coach, entrepreneur, and the author of the captivating book, Permission to Power. You won't want to miss this captivating conversation as Mo, the Goddess, dives deep into her personal journey, revealing the challenges she has overcome, the lessons she's learned, and the breakthroughs that transformed her life. So mark your calendars for February 15th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and join us live for an unforgettable episode of Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Get ready to be inspired, motivated, and discover the power within you to create a life that you deserve. So don't miss this opportunity to gain valuable insights from Mo, the Goddess herself. Tune in to Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast live on February 15th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You definitely don't want to miss.
This week on the Season of Self-Love podcast with NmW&x, embark on a transformative journey towards embracing your true self. Monday's episode, dive into nurturing self-compassion this Monday. Discover the power of kindness towards yourself and grow stronger through self-love. It's the first step towards a life filled with fulfillment. Tuesday's episode, Tuesday brings tapping into your inner strength. Unlock your true potential and shine. It's time to break free from the shadows of doubt and step into the light of confidence. Wednesday's episode, join us Wednesday for a special episode with Dr. Will Washington. Together, we'll explore developing a growth mindset, embracing every challenge and opportunity with open arms. Thursday's episode, Dr. Will returns Thursday for cultivating a positive support system. Learn the art of surrounding yourself with empowering individuals who lift you higher. Friday's episode, and we wrap up the week focusing on the impact of self-care on mental dominance. Discover how self-care is your secret weapon for mental resilience and dominance. Tune in daily to the Season of Self-Love podcast with NmW&x. It's time to prioritize you. Available on all major podcast platforms. Subscribe now and transform your relationship with yourself, one episode at a time.
right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, the goddess Nyomi here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about nurturing self-compassion and growing through self-love. So as we prepare to dive into understanding and cultivating what self-compassion is, let's begin with the 60-second guided breathing exercise, all right? All right, so we can open our hearts and transform our power of self-love. So what I want you to all do is find a comfortable seated position and gently close your eyes. All right, let's begin. All right, inhale deeply through your nose, feeling the air fill your lungs and expanding your chest. Hold for a moment, and now exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tensions or worries. Now inhale again, imagining a warm light of love surrounding your heart. Feel it growing stronger with each breath. Now I want you to hold this feeling of compassion within you, knowing that you are worthy of love and kindness. Now I want you to exhale, letting go of any self-criticism or doubt. Embrace yourself with understanding and gentleness. And inhale, bringing in a sense of peace and acceptance. Now I want you to continue this rhythmic breathing, allowing each breath to wash away negativity and replace it with love and compassion. I want you to feel the warmth spreading through your body, soothing every part of you. Now with each breath, I want you to affirm to yourself, I am deserving of love. I am enough just as I am. And I want you to let these words sink deep into your being, nurturing your self-compassion and self-love. So as we come to the end of this exercise, I want you to take one final deep breath in and exhale slowly, carrying this feeling of compassion with you throughout your day. Now open your eyes and feeling refreshed and empowered by the love that you've cultivated within yourself. And I want you to remember that you are worthy of all the love and kindness in the world, to embrace your beautiful essence and compassion and self-love. And if you're new here to the Season of Self-Love podcast, this is something that we do every day, Monday through Friday here, so we can practice our own self-love, self-care routine where we will take a breather, a break to center ourselves, to ground ourselves and prepare ourselves for the topic in hand today. And again, let's get into the topic. All right, so the first segment is understanding self-compassion. And self-compassion is an act of offering kindness and understanding to ourselves, especially in moments of failure or perceived inadequacy. It's about recognizing our shared humanity and treating ourselves with the same care we will offer to dear friends. So we'll discuss the profound benefits of self-love and kindness, and including enhanced emotional well-being and a deeper connection with ourselves. So let's explore how self-compassion can be a powerful tool in navigating self-challenges with grace and resilience. All right. Self-love, kindness are foundations, pillars of well-being, offering profound benefits that can positively impact every aspect of our lives. And here are some key benefits for you. All right, improve mental health. Self-love and kindness can boost self-esteem, reduce anxiety and depression, and enhance our overall well-being. The next one is enhance our relationships. So when we cultivate self-love, we better equipped to form healthy and loving relationship with others, setting a tone for how we expect to be treated. And another one is increased resilience. Self-compassion acts as a shield against negative self-talk and self-criticism, enabling us to bounce back from setbacks and challenges with greater strength and resilience. Another one is a greater empathy. When we practice self-compassion, we become more empathetic towards others, fostering deeper connections and understanding in our relationships, as well as it helps with stress reduction. Stress reduction, yes, it does. Self-love and kindness help reduce stress levels by promoting a sense of inner calm and acceptance, making it easier to cope with our ups and downs. So self-compassion is a powerful tool in navigating life challenges with grace and resilience, and for several reasons. One is for cultivating inner strength. Self-compassion allows us to tap into our inner resilience and face difficulties with courage and compassion, rather than self-criticism or judgment, as well as it help us to embrace our imperfection. So self-compassion encourages us to embrace our imperfections and our vulnerabilities, and recognizing that we are human and are deserving of love despite of our flaws. And the next one is building emotional stability. So by treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, that we develop emotional stability that helps us to stay what? Balanced in the face of adversity. Another one is promoting healthy coping mechanism. Self-compassion encourages us of healthy coping mechanisms such as mindfulness and self-practices that enables us to navigate challenges in positive and proactive ways. So when fostering growth and learning, is instead of dwelling on mistakes or failures, self-compassion allows us to learn from experiences and grow stronger and move forward with grace and humility. So by embracing self-love, kindness, and compassion, we empower ourselves to live a more fulfilling and resilient and compassionate lives, both towards ourselves and others. So it's a transformative journey that can bring profound healing with growth and so on a much, much deeper level. So now that you get the understanding of self-compassion, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to talk about cultivating self-love practice. All right. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi Banks, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast. Available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
Hey, it's Dr. Will with the Washington Wellness Institute. Here at the Institute, we focus on so many different things, but our biggest focus is modernizing how we take mental illness into holistic wellness and making healing a lifestyle. So, if you're interested in taking the next steps, whether it's a clinician, community member, or simply just a friend, sign up today for a 15-minute consultation. You won't regret it. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about nurturing self-compassion and growing stronger through self-love. All right. So through personal stories and expert advice, I will uncover real life examples on how self-compassion has led individuals to discover inner strength and resilience. And in this segment is totally dedicated to providing you with actionable strategies of nurturing self-love into your daily. All right. All right. So that was a break. All right, so I want to share a story with you. I was initially going to share a few stories of other people, but my heart is telling me that I need to share this story with you. And I know it's like, we talking about you again, Nyomi? Actually, yeah, we are. And the reason why is because I created this podcast, The Season of Self-Love, was not only to help others to have that intimate relationship with themselves and understand what true love is with yourself, falling in love with yourself, but also through hearing my stories and other people that I know, loved ones, versus if they're clients or if they're just, people in my life. And I just figured this right here it's fitting. I could not share anyone else's story and be authentic with you all. I just couldn't. And I had to stop. Like, I'm going to tell you the truth. I started recording and I started to tell Sarah's story and Chris's story. And I said, I cannot tell that story. I said, because first of all, it's their story. It's not my story. So what I could do is I could tell my story and how practicing self-compassion for me has gotten me to the point right now where I'm able to speak to you all here, right here on this camera, right here on this podcast, you know. And I can go all the way back to childhood, but I'm not. I'm going to speak on what's been happening with me for the past 15 years of my life. And that's 10 years of, 20 years. So let me say 10 years of that life has been me away from the adult industry. But 10 years of that life was a part of the adult industry. At least majority of that 10 years of my life has been in the adult industry. What I found myself is that it took me a minute to understand what my choice was and how it can impact my life, or how I would allow it to impact my life. All right. So in doing that, that's when the beginning of my 10-year healing. My 10-year healing, to understand that the choices that I made, they were choices that I made. And now I need to understand why those choices were made and how they will benefit my life today and others. Okay. But it took me time throughout those 10 years to understand those choices and how they can impact my life, and understanding what they are. Okay. In that process, I had to have self-compassion for myself and say, you know what? You made that choice. And you understood why, your reason and why your choice, and you made it. And it was good enough for you. You can't worry about nobody else and what they think about your choices, but it's for you. Now, that doesn't stop you. You don't have to just live in that chapter of your life. You can move on. You can turn that chapter. You could turn that page, start a new chapter in your life. And it took me a minute to get there, but I had to go through to where I said, you good, you okay. And again, to understand what were my choices and why. I chose to get into the adult industry because I was financially to help my parents. No, my parents did not know what I was doing, but they did benefit from they benefited from it. And when they did find out, and when she did find out, they were very supportive, very supportive. So now I had to go to the route of the outside world. And where I had to have compassion with myself is understand you are more than just that. You are multidimensional. These are things that I had to tell myself. This is a part of the self-compassion, of practicing that every day. Every day. Because we can easily get caught into what other people think of us. I did. And do I still do? It's days like that. It's days like that. And when days like that come, and I'm going to tell you what's different between those days before when it was that and today. Today I'm on, and I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to say this, and it's probably why my body shut down on me on Saturday. It's all about proving them wrong. I know that's not healthy. I know it is not healthy. But the good thing is, and I'm doing some self-compassion right here, the good thing is that I acknowledge it, that is not healthy. And that what I am doing right now is not proving them wrong, but it's continue to live in my truth, live in my purpose, and understanding what that is. Again, understanding that we are not perfect human beings, but embracing those imperfections where we just talked about in the last segment. Me not continue to search for validation, but to validate and confirm myself. And being okay with what? Resting, taking a break. So for me, again, I love doing this show because even though I have it scripted out, I wrote it out, everything, literally. And sometimes, a lot of times, I will go off script because things are happening in a real time. And I have to be authentic with you when I am speaking to you all. Before I even came down here into this session, I prayed, and I do that all the time. But then when I came down here, I saged the whole space, the room, and I prayed over the room. And I prayed over the room so I can not only have guidance, but also it can move my fear and my self-doubt. So then I can be real, raw, and authentic when I am speaking to you all on this platform. And we're doing something new here. I know a lot of you probably listen to this podcast on our streaming networks from iHeartRadio and all of that. But I also open it up for it to be visual, that you can go to Nyomi's World and see it. So now you can see me in the real time. You can see me in the moment. So not only do you hear my voice of genuine and authenticity, but also you see me. So when I'm talking about nurturing self-compassion to growth of stronger self-love for me, I'm doing it. And I'm doing it in real time. And as I'm doing it, I am sharing it with you all. As I think of these topics and I go through them and I research them and I have them down here and I even bring Dr. Will in to help. When I say that we are forever healing, we are. When Dr. Will says heal always, we are. We are. So for me, I practice self-compassion every day. And I'm just sharing just a little bit of my story to show you, just me sitting here with you all right now. It's a win. It's a victory because I got through the weekend. I got through the day. Does that make sense to you all? Do it make sense to you all? All right. Again, I thank you all for just being in this moment with me and allowing me to share this. And I hope and I pray that this resonate with you somehow, that somehow it can just get you up, get you out of that bed, whatever is going on in your life. It can be different. Tomorrow can be different. Today can be different than yesterday. All right? All right, this is what we're going to do. We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back. We're going to talk some more, all right? It's your girl, Goddess NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. I'll be right back.
Hey, it's Dr. Will with the Washington Wellness Institute. Here at the Institute, we focus on so many different things, but our biggest focus is modernizing how we take mental illness into holistic wellness and making healing a lifestyle. So, if you're interested in taking the next steps, whether it's a clinician, community member, or simply just a friend, sign up today for a 15-minute consultation. You won't regret it. Be kind to yourself and heal always.
This week on the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi&x, embark on a transformative journey towards embracing your true self. Monday's episode, dive into nurturing self-compassion this Monday. Discover the power of kindness towards yourself and grow stronger through self-love. It's the first step towards a life filled with fulfillment. Tuesday's episode, Tuesday brings tapping into your inner strength. Unlock your true potential and shine. It's time to break free from the shadows of doubt and step into the light of confidence. Wednesday's episode, join us Wednesday for a special episode with Dr. Will Washington. Together, we'll explore developing a growth mindset, embracing every challenge and opportunity with open arms. Thursday's episode, Dr. Will returns Thursday for cultivating a positive support system. Learn the art of surrounding yourself with empowering individuals who lift you higher. Friday's episode. And we wrap up the week focusing on the impact of self-care on mental dominance. Discover how self-care is your secret weapon for mental resilience and dominance. Tune in daily to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi Banks. It's time to prioritize you. Available on all major podcast platforms. Subscribe now and transform your relationship with yourself, one episode at a time.
All right, well, welcome back. It's your girl, you got us, Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love. And today we're talking about nurturing self-compassion, growing stronger through self-love. And in this segment, it's all about embracing self-acceptance. We will focus on affirmation and visualization designed to foster self-acceptance and counteract self-criticism and negative self-talk. We will offer some strategies to embracing our uniqueness and cultivate a compassionate relationship with yourself. And I want you to remember that practicing self-compassion daily is a key to embracing your true self and unlocking your full potential. So embracing one's uniqueness and cultivating a compassionate relationship with oneself are key aspects of us promoting self-acceptance and countering negative self-talk. And here are some strategies or examples that can help you in this process. So positive affirmations. This is something that we talk about a lot with positive affirmations in what it is. And I'm going to repeat this. So practicing positive affirmations are by daily repeating empowering statements about yourself. Example, I am enough just as I am, or my uniqueness is my strength, or I deserve love and kindness, as well as your gratitude journaling. So by keeping a gratitude journal where you can write down the things you appreciate about yourself and the qualities that make you unique, the practice can shift your focus from self-criticism to self-appreciation. So let me tell y'all what happened this morning while I was getting this show together. So, so let me tell you something. So I was thinking, I was like, okay, I need to put in some commercials here. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do all of those things. So 3-4 o'clock this morning, I was up doing recording, editing, and putting the what's the name together. And it was something that happened. And I was like, you would have thought that I was in the Super Bowl, that I was playing the NBA championship game. Because I was like, you go, girl, you go, girl. And for me, that was just so fitting. But then also in that moment, I said, girl, thank you. I told myself, girl, thank you. I said, you know why I thank you? I thank you because you understood your assignment. And you have been courageous enough to stand in it, regardless to what anyone say, that you are standing in this deeply. All right. But I had to share that with you all because I'm telling you, I need to start having some cameras here when I'm doing this, like the behind the scenes, because it is funny. I'll be like, yeah, you get that, girl. It's something else. All right. The next one is mindful compassion. Engage in mindful self-compassion practices such as loving kindness meditation. I actually did one for a guided meditation for a client last week, and it was amazing. When I say it was amazing, even when I created the meditation with the words, and even when I heard myself, say it back, and as I was editing the video, it brought tears to my eyes because what I felt in that moment, it was like a genuine love of others that I was putting in. I don't know if this sounds crazy, but I felt the love that I was putting within those words with my voice. Does that make sense? And so when I felt the love that I was giving out to this person, mind you, I don't know this person. You understand what I'm saying? So for me to just, have the love for this person, the empathy for this person, that put tears into my eyes. That's when I knew that you are doing something right. That made me like you are doing something right. I just needed to share that with you all in how strong really when you do the meditation and when you go into the mindfulness. I believe I shared with you last week about even doing the visualization. With that, the visualization, that's strong. you know Even with those techniques, and that's one of them, when you visualize yourself surrounded by a bubble of light and love protecting you from your negative energy and self criticism. At times I imagine myself embracing all of my uniqueness, and that's something that you should do, is imagine yourself embracing your uniqueness and feeling a sense of deep acceptance. Another one is self-care rituals. Establish self-care rituals in that nurture your body and your soul. And this can include activities like taking a relaxing bath, going on a nature walk, or practicing yoga, or spending time with a hobby you enjoy, and affirming your worth. Remind yourself of your inherent worthiness and value as a person. Recognize that uniqueness of what makes you special and deserving of love and compassion, both from yourself and others. And another key thing is just to seek support. We talk about this all the time, about surrounding yourself with people who can uplift you and support you and can be that strong hero, or that person that steps outside of you and can see, that will have self-acceptance or self-compassion, will show you that as well. Also, by incorporating these strategies into your daily routine, you can foster a more compassionate relationship with yourself and embrace your uniqueness and counteract negative self-talk effectively. And I want you to remember that self-acceptance is a journey, and it's okay to be gentle with yourself along the way. I cannot stress that. I cannot stress that just so much, because I shared with you earlier about my body shutting down on me and about go, 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 go. Even though, listen, even though I understand, like on a day to day, I'm good on a day to day, but it'd be one day that I want to do 100 things, 100 things. And when that happens, my body checks me real quick, because it's telling me, didn't you just went through this a few months ago. You just went through this, and I thought you learned. So now, instead of me allowing you to continue to do this for a few more days, I'm going to shut you down. But in the process of me shutting you down, I want to make sure you're learning something. And I did. I did. And I didn't beat myself up. I didn't. I didn't as much. No, I didn't. But it took me a minute to realize what was going on. And I said, okay, let me turn on some TV. Let me watch some TV. Because I can work in my phone real quick. I can do a lot of work in my phone, from editing to everything in my phone. And I said, nope, put it down. But let me be honest, let me tell you what happened. As I was doing this, my eyes started hurting. My eyes started hurting. So what that tell you? You're not supposed to be doing work on your phone. And I said, okay. So yesterday I took it kind of easy. I took it really easy. I started to build a website for the season of self-love, and just doing other things around the house I was able to do. And I felt good because I was, kind of laid back. And I said, once I get up in the morning, Monday morning, I said I was going to do this morning show and do a little bit more editing and kind of take my time. So what I thought that I was going to do on Friday, I was going to do this miraculous thing to get everything together and straight. Nope, I'm not ready for that just yet. I have to continue to take my time. I'm not ready for that. I just jumped like 12 steps ahead. No, I got to come back. I have to come back. But also within realizing that this morning when I was doing the whole thing, it was like, okay, yeah, you did that. That's good. That's great. Now do you see about pacing yourself? Because if you would have did all of that on Friday, you would have missed this whole thing that you're doing now. I would have missed the whole thing that I'm doing now. So I'm taking my time and I'm showing myself compassion. And I'm understanding what all of this is. All of it. So my prayer is that you all kind of understood exactly, that it all came around, that you were able to understand and it was able to resonate with you, all right? So as we conclude today's episode on nurturing self-compassion, let's reflect on the key insights and the takeaways. And I encourage you to integrate self-compassion practices in your life and witnessing the transformative impact on your journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Again, I thank you all so much for continuing to share your space with me and joining me here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And your willingness to explore and grow is truly inspiring. I invite you to share your self-compassion practices and experiences with our community. And please stay tuned in for our next episode, where we will continue to dive into topics that nurture your self-journey, your self-love journey. Tomorrow, the topic is tapping into your inner strength, unlocking your true potential. All right, so remember, my beautiful listeners, you are worthy of love and compassion, especially from yourself. And may you walk forward with kindness in your heart and embracing the beautiful journey of self. So until next time, keep nurturing your self-compassion and growing stronger through self-love. Enjoy your Monday. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, you can follow us on social media. Just search for the Season of Self-Love on Instagram. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to email us at elevateme9999@gmail.com. And remember, you are worthy of love, growth, and happiness. So keep shining bright. And I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Season of Self-Love. Be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy. Send the light, love, and prayers.